They are on the move. They've moved out of the drainage line. I'm just going to reposition quickly. Unfortunately, they've been spotted by some impala already. Now again, just as I thought, this clearing behind us is going to make it really difficult for them to hunt, because it'll make it easier for the impala to see them. So they have been spotted. Let me just move out of here and see which direction they're going, but moving straight through the clearing now, this will not be an easy way for them to hunt because it is very open. So I think what happened was initially the Inyalas saw, or just had a bad feeling. I don't think they saw the lions, but it's weird. It's the sixth sense that we often speak about with animals. And I think the Inyala decided to move away, and that caused the lions to then come out. But have a look at this. This is interesting. Straight ahead, there's a lioness, and you can see the impala alarm calling at her. See that? Now watch their behavior, how they're walking towards the lion. They want to keep an eye on it. They don't want to lose sight. And the reason for that is they don't want this lion to have an advantage. Now watch, this whole herd of impala have turned and are running back to the lions. Isn't that fascinating? So as long as the lion doesn't have the element of surprise, it's very difficult for them to hunt the impala. So the impala will keep an eye on them. But you may see some younger lions trying their luck. Let's see that one's walking towards the herd of impala now. That's so unfortunate. These lions, I'm almost certain, are going to try. But this evening, perhaps under the cover of darkness, but look at the young lion. It's still hungry. It wants to try and catch something, but I guarantee you it has got no chance out in the open like this.
We've got hyena. They're not really so much on the move. They are sitting here at the site where Tingana yesterday had his bushbuck in a tree. And I wonder why that should be the case. I wonder if they haven't... If he dropped a piece yesterday and they spent the rest of the day, they've just got up and started moving now. The tail's up, see that? Let's follow them. I think that's a good idea. I think it's an excellent idea. I spent so little time around hyenas here of late. So Tingana was in a tree just beyond here. I wasn't really expecting him to find him here, but thought I would have a look regardless. Tail of the front one is up. And those of you who are the hyena experts of Safari Live, feel free to tell us who you think these chaps are. I've got absolutely no idea and begin to tell you. We're going down into this little drainage system. I don't know why they got up suddenly. May have been our arrival. So this was the scraggly tree that Tingana was in. Tail's now up on two of them. The kill is still there, but the leopard is not. Can you see the kill? It's quite difficult to see. Go ahead. I'm just getting called on the radio. Oh, there's the leopard, straight across. Yeah, we've just got a view of him. I asked for an update. I didn't know that anybody was in the sighting. Is someone in the sighting? Okay, copy. We've just located him. He's on the southern bank. He's just above your head there. Keep coming. And 3 hyenas in front of you. That's fantastic. So, what a luck. Tingana is watching the hyenas. And the hyenas are disinterested in Tingana, but they are interested in the kill that he's left in the tree. Craigus, let me just reposition slightly. We might get a better view of him. But for now, we can go round to see him a little bit later, but that's quite nice. This is wonderful. 1, 2, 3, 4 hyenas. They obviously know he's there. He definitely knows that they are here. But there seems to be a truce. If those were wild dogs, if the hyenas were wild dogs, he'd never lie there. He'd be up a tree like a shot, or running away. And I think many of you are very pleased that we have got both these rather iconic creatures on camera. Yeah, it's in that... No, it's not quite... Sorry, I'm just thinking about where the kill is. Talking rubbish. Andrea, when I said the tails, their tails were up, what I meant was their tails were up. So I know it's an expression, obviously, as well, but one of them had his tail lifted. That tail was up. It looked like a male to me, but it could have been a female. And what it indicates, Andrea, is a sort of heightened excitement. And often they do it if they're having a fight or a territorial box or something like that. They put their tails up. So that's all I meant by that. I know, obviously, it's an English expression which means they are kind of... What does it mean if your tail's up? It means you're feeling good. You've won something, and now you're feeling good. And you're likely to succeed again, I suppose. That's just a little pump house there. I'm not sure if it's pumping any water, actually. I don't think it does. He'll be looking for possibly a bit of gut that was sunk there. I'm just trying to unearth. This is very special, everybody. You know, it's a long... Oh, we're just digging a little hole to sit in. Very nice. Well done. I shall try that myself the next time I go to the beach. This is a wonderful adult hyena sighting. You know, we very seldom get them this close to us here. The adults often just move off quite quickly. Oh, hyenas just chased Tingana down. Check up the top there. Tingana's running along to the left. You know, you won't see him, Craig. I can just see his tail flicking there. So a hyena came in from the top, chased him straight down past the cane dryer vehicle that was over there. I'm just going to move slightly. Now, you've joined us just in time because we have got a number of hyenas sneaking up on Tingana now. They're just in front of us, somewhere over there. Craig spotted them. There we are. And we're shortly going to go into infrared mode. Beautiful. They can smell the rotting carcass of the bushbuck in the tree, not far from here, not come down the road. Now, if you don't or weren't with us yesterday, you will maybe not know that Tingana found the discarded carcass of a bushbuck, discarded by not hyenas, by wild dogs that killed it, ate their fill, and didn't know what else to do with it, and they just left it, and he found it and pulled it into the tree that we were parked underneath initially. And I haven't been back here today, but clearly there's still quite a lot of action going on. Tingana's watching these hyenas. He can sort of see them. I'm pretty sure he can see them. He'll just nip into the tree if he has any trouble from them. There he is. Now, his reaction to the wild dogs we saw him with 2 days ago could not have been more different. He disappeared as soon as he saw them, straight up a tree. He did not hang around, he didn't make a noise, he just went straight up the tree. But the hyenas obviously are not quite as threatening to him. Which I find fascinating, because they could, in theory, I think, do a lot more damage. But clearly they're not animals that will try and attack him very often, unless there is meat in the offing. They won't just sort of go for him for the sake of it. So there's a little bit of a Mexican standoff here. He looks like he's almost about to drop off. But he won't be very pleased by their presence. You can see his ears are back. Now thank you, Chris Rogue. You say one of the hyenas in the sighting is Corky of the Djuma clan, so named for her propensity to cork up the holes in the den. Very interesting stuff, this unfolding here. I don't think there's anyone else coming here, which we should be able to stay, hopefully for the rest of the drive. The hyena's now going around behind us. I'm not going to move, we're going to stay here, because we've got the best view of him possible. But he really does not look particularly panicked. He's not growling. He's obviously listening very carefully, and it's not to my voice, I don't think. And obviously with that sort of expression of flat back ears, he doesn't look particularly friendly. Now he's watching one walk straight past the front of us. Hello? Hello there, how are you? All hoping that what remains of the bushbuck will drop down out of the tree and allow them access to it. Might or might not happen, depending on whether he goes up there to have an eat. He's looking at Craig with, well, a fair degree of affection there, Craig. I think he quite likes you. Tingana now getting a little bit more uneasy, most likely because he can't see where the hyenas are. No, he can, they're behind us. So I think we're just going to wait here, we're not going to move just yet. Listening carefully. I think he's thinking about going up the tree. That's not our light, everyone. It is, I must just say, it looks much brighter on the screen than it does in real life. And of course, the guests out here are not blessed with infrared lights.